Most people wouldn't touch this boat, but Patrick, he got paid to take it. It's a 1975 Classic Seacraft that's been sitting for years, and now it's his next big project. We're in his backyard to check it out and see what it'll take to bring this legend back to life. This is Project Relaunch. What's up, guys? I'm on my second installment of Project Relaunch, and I'm here with Patrick. Patrick's got a YouTube channel.
Yep.
Right? What's the YouTube channel?
It's what is it?
Badfish.
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 Yep.
Yeah, Badfish. I'll put the link here so you guys can subscribe to his channel. Patrick bought this boat as a project. What is it that you have here? What do we got?
This is a 1975 23-foot Seacraft. I got it down in Miami. It's been abandoned since the late 90s from everything that I can figure out. I basically was paid to take it off the guy's lot. He had it posted for probably 6 months, and nobody wanted to touch it because it was sitting on the davits, still in the air, on the water, down on Belmade Island. The original owner was his uncle who passed away. Built a garage right behind the boat, so like there was no access to it other than either trying to put it back in the water, which we couldn't do from the davits because the seawall was completely washed out. But we were lucky enough that the nephew that inherited the place was redoing the seawall, and so they had a crane on site.
Oh,
so
nice.
They craned it off like for free of charge, thankfully, because
that's a big.
I was getting quotes for like $3 to $5 grand just to put this boat in the water, let alone, luckily enough, I went and found the trailer for $1,000. Went over to Naples to pick it up, brought it over, parked it on the lot next door that was also being demolished. So it was like super easy. They picked the boat up, swung it over, and set it on the trailer.
That's amazing.
And then the previous owner was nice enough to let me keep it on his property there because it's just an empty lot. And,
so before we even get into like all of those things and all the modifications that you've done, let's do a quick walkthrough. And why did you choose to get this specific boat?
I always
why
loved
this hull? Yeah.
the lines of the 23. It was like just like a classic, sharp, like clean looking boat. And so originally I was looking at 20s, and I was like, oh, I don't think that I'm ready to take on the project of a 23. And then I was realizing if I'm going to go through all the work of doing it, I might as well have it my dream boat. And so that's why I just started looking for the 23s, and this one came up, and the guy, he drove a hard bargain, but I was able to talk him into and let me have it. But
well, he basically paid you to take it.
But so I started taking it apart on his property, but I did the bulk of it here. I started with cutting the deck out because the deck, transom, cap, everything is completely rotten. So I cut the deck out, pulled the tank out, started cutting the back transom cap off, and then I started gutting the transom. And that's where I'm at now. Is everything's gutted basically except for the last layer of wood here, and then it's the rebuild.
Was anything salvageable from this boat, or basically everything has to be taken down to the skin and to the bare fiberglass?
The console was reusable.
Okay.
But I didn't even keep the console. I just let the property that the boat was from, they tore it down, and I just told the demo team to just take the console. I mean, it was super dated anyway.
And what motor did this come with?
This has a 350 small block.
And it actually, oh, hey, what's up?
That's Shadow.
Does he bite?
No.
No. What's up, buddy? Oh, he's cute.
Shadow. It came with it's a 350 small block. I don't know if this is the original motor or not. I don't think it is. This one's all hopped up. It's got Holly heads, cam.
Oh, it was worked. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a like a hop little motor that he put in here. It had I believe an Alpha 1 outdrive on it.
And this is the center console model, right?
Yes, this is the SF. So this is the 75-23 SF is the
model.
The model.
And what's this over here? Because I see this huge yellow, looks like a tower.
So this was his like cobia tower that he had made up. I think the original like build of it was in the late 80s, and then they added like this little like T-top looking thing onto it, and then they added another tower on the very another 6 foot extension on the top of it, which I cut off just to be able to trailer it because it was way too tall. But you know, it's
And you're getting rid of this.
it's not my style. No.
Yeah. I don't think it's anybody's
I'm gonna
style.
I'm gonna do like the basic contender style center console that everybody's going with.
Yep.
And I'm gonna do a 2-station like stand through top.
Okay. What's the main purpose for this boat? Are you fishing, cruising, all of the above?
All the
Like,
above.
Yeah.
I want to do everything with it. You know, I want to be able to take it over to the west coast and hit all the little islands over there. I want to be able to take it down to the Keys. I want to. I just want to take it everywhere. You know, be able to just do everything. Go diving.
You've already started the teardown, right? I see that you got all the foam out of the stringers, so that's one of the things that I'm in the process of doing now. I took all the foam out of the stringers. I'm ready to fill them back up. What are your plans for the transom once you rip all this out? And then what are your plans for like the floor? Because I have an idea of what I'm doing with mine, but what do you have in plan for yours?
So I'm going to do a 2-inch Kusa transom.
So one big 2-inch piece across,
Yep.
okay?
And then I'm going to be extending. I'm going to be raising the stringers. What is it, 1.5 inches people are doing?
An inch is what most people do, an
so
inch,
I'll be going an inch up, and then I'll be going all the way back to tie it into the new transom. And then I'm just doing a flat floor all the way. I'm deleting the step up.
Okay.
I like a one level floor. I don't like tripping on stuff on my boats. I'm gonna have a big open hatch here. I'm closing off this false wall again.
Okay.
For the transom, so that way I have somewhere to put speakers and stuff. I'm doing a live well in the transom.
Because this is the cap over here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you took that cap off, and you're going to reuse the cap, you're just going to modify it?
Yeah, I'm going to modify it. I'm going to have I was thinking about doing seating, but I think I'm just going to either just put a live well in it and then just have a cushion and a seat back made for it that I can just pull out. You know, if I'm going to the sandbar or something, I could stick the seat back on it for people.
That's smart. That's simple.
So I'm just going to reuse that.
Nice.
And I'm doing a big hatch back here, a ton of storage. I'm going to have a propane bottle mount below the deck.
Oh, sweet.
And I'm going to run a propane line so that way I can set my grill in the rod holder and just hook it right up.
Oh, that's sweet. That's a good idea, man. Now, what power are you going to put on this thing?
350 Verado.
350 Verado.
Yep.
Now, most people don't know, but on these boats, a lot of these boats are rated for 500 horsepower.
Yep.
So these are racing hulls. 400, 500 horsepower, I believe. I think it's 500 horsepower. So you can really put a lot of power on these things, and they run. So with your 350, you're gonna fly on this thing.
That's gonna be a 350. That's gonna be I'm doing the inline 350, and I'm tuning it to 450.
This thing's gonna
once
fly.
Once I have everything set up. So hopefully, I want to be able to touch like 65 on the boat.
Yeah, that's you're gonna fly doing more than that.
I'm gonna be doing big like 19-inch hydraulic trim tabs on the boat.
Sweet.
I'm doing a bracket as well.
Okay.
I was
Yeah,
thinking
you
about
mentioned
doing
that.
the Porta Power originally, but I want the swim platform.
Yeah.
I've had so many boats where I don't have a swim platform, and
It's a real uncomfortable to get in and out of the water, especially if you're gonna be diving.
especially with how high this transom is.
Yep.
Um,
Super high. You basically got paid to take this boat, right? Originally he was asking what, 6,000 for it,
yeah.
and then you did some work for him, right?
Yep.
And then it worked out where you actually got the better end of the deal. So you almost got this boat. You got paid to take it.
Yeah. He was very concerned about like somebody like taking it, just ripping it apart and forgetting about it. He wanted to make sure that it was going to a good home.
Yeah, just like my Seacraft as well. Yeah, the guy that sold it to me, he watches the channel. He keeps up with.
Because this is a one-owner boat. It's always been in his family, so he wanted to make sure that that whoever he was selling it to was actually going to use it,
right,
and it not just change hands on marketplace 15 times in
Yeah.
the next 6 months.
So it's this, what is this, Fighting Lady Yellow? Is that what that's called?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. And what are you gonna do with the outside? Are you planning on painting it, or?
Yeah, I'm painting it.
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna, be like every basic dude right now, building a boat and do
all grip.
Whisper Gray.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, listen. I like Whisper
It was
Gray.
either I'm thinking a Whisper Gray interior and a charcoal gray exterior.
That's nice.
Or just all Whisper Gray. Those are my two options that I'm deciding in between right now.
I really like the color on the Ford trucks. I don't know if you've seen them. It's like a gray, a real
It's like
nice.
kind of almost like a bluish gray.
Yeah, that one. I really like that color. I'd like to do
I think
something
it's
like that.
anvil gray.
There you go. Yeah, I'd like to do something like that. It's a little bit different. But you're going the center console route. I'm gonna go the pilot house cabin route.
Yep.
So, yeah. So what else have you invested in besides the boat, you bought a trailer.
I got the trailer for $1,000.
Okay.
That then fell apart on me on its like maiden voyage. So
Jeez.
I bought the new brackets for the leaf springs, so that way I can limp it around for now. But I will be replacing it once the boat's all up and running.
So you got $1,000 invested in it with the trailer.
Yeah.
All right. Anything?
And then I sold the Miami stainless marine headers off the motor for $500.
Okay.
And then the top for $200.
Nice. So you got $300 in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. What else? Is that it? That's all you have invested in it?
That's all I got invested in it.
Sweet.
Other than sweat, blood, and time.
Sweat, blood, and time. Yeah, man, I feel you. I'm in the stage of rebuilding now, and it's a lot of work. It's itchy and it sucks. What's your time frame? How long do you think it's going to take you to? Because we always got to like triple the time that we think it's going to take.
I was originally hoping the end of July for it to be ready for paint. I think it might be an extra month now because I haven't really done as much as I wanted to. You know, we're halfway through May now.
Yep.
I was hoping to have the transom finished in May and at least the stringers filled.
Yeah, the transom is something that you think it's going to be quick, but then what happens is weather doesn't hold up. You know, life happens, and it ends up, instead of taking a week, it takes a month.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to me with my Grady. My Grady took months to do the transom.
My timeline was, May was going to be stringers and transom, and then June was going to be pulling the cap off and coring the cap.
So you're taking the cap off?
Yeah. Oh yeah, cap's coming off.
Cap's coming off. Flip it or recore?
Recoring it all. And then July was going to be putting the fuel tank, floor, and cap back on.
And the fuel tank in this was no good?
No, it's good. It's right
Oh,
here.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, let's take a look. Oh, that's a brand new fuel tank.
So it was replaced, and the date on it's 96.
Oh, look at that.
But it's a stainless tank. You look inside, there's no pitting or corrosion anywhere on it. There's like, he had it painted, and then, or it like came painted from the factory, and then they like painted on it again. So like if you flip it over, like you could peel off like the first layer of paint, but the layer of paint underneath is perfect. There's no pitting or anything, and it looks brand new on the inside.
That's a big expense because this. How big is this tank?
I think it's probably 100 gallon.
Yeah, it looks
I
like
haven't measured it.
150 gallons maybe, or so. 120
it's a big
gallons.
tank.
It's big. Yeah, it's big.
At least 100 gallons.
You saved yourself $1,500, $2,000.
Because it wasn't foamed in.
Yeah.
It was just sitting in there, so you know it wasn't sitting there rotting on wet foam. Because if it was foamed in, that foam would have been soaked.
Yeah. So
All the other foam was soaked.
on my Seacraft, it was foamed in, and the foam was soaked in some spots, and it started already pitting on the tank. It didn't go through all the way, so I think I might be able to save it. But that's the problem with that old foam, is that it soaks up all that water. But right here, you got yourself saved $1,500, $2,000. That's a big
Because I mean,
expense.
you can see like here's the old deck.
Yeah, there's the old deck.
I mean, you can see right here like there's no coring
Yeah,
left.
no, there's no coring in there at all. All right, guys. So I'm gonna check back in with Patrick in, I don't know, a few months.
Yep.
You know, a month or two, and I'm gonna bring you an update on his boat, on his progress. He actually reached out to me on Instagram, and that's how we started talking. And I subscribed to his channel and stuff, and we go back and forth. I give him ideas, he gives me ideas for mine. If you guys are in South Florida and you need help looking for a boat, a project, and you want to be part of this series, and want me to film your boat, shoot me a message. My email is in the description below. Patrick, thank you very much. I appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next one.